Good afternoon, it's Peter James from Career Life Transition for our 1 p.m. Thursday blog. I hope you're all having a fantastic week. It's nice to see a little bit of rain outside. We haven't seen that for a while. And the weather certainly has changed quickly. We're heading into winter. Now today I want to talk about why your resume is not enough. And certainly having been in the supporting people through their careers over the last 7 or 8 years, a lot of people come in and say, I just need my resume up and going and what have you. And we spend a bit of time pulling that together, and it seems to be, I guess, the focus that a lot of people have on what they need to do immediately for the next job. What I tell people is really whether you have a good or bad resume totally depends on a number of other factors, and the first of those other factors is your network. If you have a great network, a strong network who know you and support you and what have you, a resume isn't all that important as long as it kind of captures the main things about what you're doing and your career and where you can add value. If people are talking about you and supporting you and saying great things about you, then you're probably going to move into another role fairly quickly. On the other hand, if you have a very, very narrow and small network, then your resume becomes much more important. But the first thing on my list of things you need in addition to your resume is a great network. And if you don't have one, if you're looking for work, my suggestion would be get one. Get on LinkedIn, and that brings us to number 2. How is your social media looking? How do you work in that social media? And do you know how to self-market? Because really, when you start looking for work, you are now the managing director of your new company. And the number one thing you need to do is market yourself. And tools for that are social media, LinkedIn. Be careful watching the Facebook. We've spoken about that in the past. But have you got a self-marketing plan together and a self-sales plan together? Are you sitting down planning who you're going to talk to, where you're going to talk to them, when you're going to catch up with them again? There's a whole range of things there that, when done systematically, really can add an enormous amount of value to your job search. Next thing I want to talk to you about is when you're pulling your resume together, have you sat and had a look at what your passions are, what your skills are, and what's transferable? We certainly find people that start to define themselves within their industry or the narrow band of their profession, and when you start to talk to them, we find out they've got a whole range of very, very transferable skills that they could easily apply to even other industries and other professions. So don't narrow yourself down to just the job you do and ignore all those beautiful transferable skills that you might have that can fit into other industries and roles and what have you, which could really expand your job search. The final thing I want to talk to you about is interview skills, and this is absolutely important. Your network is where your resume will be distributed to, which is important. Your resume will get you in the door. And that's only stage 1. That's the first gateway. Really, the decision-making process in the end will be based on how well you interviewed. And that interview should be a discussion. It shouldn't just be a one-way question and answer session. And I guess impressing, having some fantastic skills and applying those in the interview process, really working that interview so it becomes a valuable conversation between two people, a dialogue, if you like, of generating something new, is what will get you across the line and set you apart from the other candidates that you're competing against. So we say your resume is not enough. It may be your starting point. I've seen lots of resumes that haven't been written by people, they've been written by professional resume writers and what have you, that's really not adding enormous value to your job search. It needs to be a complete package. Now, obviously, we are working with people all the time on that complete package, how to present yourself to put your best foot forward. Remember, there is no second place if you're applying for your dream job. Either you get it or you don't, and you're back in the search again. So we are running workshops on a monthly basis, certainly running resume workshops, but also about pulling your social media together, about how to network, interview skills, and how to look at your skills and passions and apply them to a role you're going for. Our next workshop is our LinkedIn workshop on the 8th of May. Tune in to our Facebook page, tune into our website page, give us a call. Career Life Transitions, this is Peter James signing off for Thursday. Have a great weekend.